So the simple fact is that the minute that you say it's stakeholders everywhere who have a stake in what Disney does, not just the shareholders, at that exact point, things start to get extremely ugly for the future of these companies. Because now they're not being run by people who are interested in the success of the companies. They're being run by people who are willing to watch the success of the companies go completely sideways so that they can push a particular political agenda. So the takeover of corporate America is really quite devastating, not because corporate America was right-wing. In many ways, it was not. It's because corporate America was apolitical, and now it has been wildly, wildly politicized. And well, the good news is that the pushback is now beginning. So Elon Musk, today, he announced that he had bought 9.2% of Twitter. According to the Washington Post, Elon Musk became the largest shareholder of Twitter on Monday, setting the platform up for a potential political showdown over its efforts to limit harmful content, efforts the firebrand Tesla chief executive has indicated that he sees hastening a turn toward censorship. His surprise investment comes days after questioning the company's commitment to free speech and suggesting he might start his own social platform. It sent Twitter stock soaring. While it was not immediately clear what role Musk plans to play, analysts speculated he might try for an activist restructuring that could change the way Twitter polices its platform as well as who it banishes. Some inside Twitter worry that Musk may push Twitter in a libertarian direction. Oh, you wouldn't want a free speech platform to be pushed in a libertarian direction, obviously. It has to remain woke. They're afraid he may push Twitter away from blocking or restricting accounts that cause social harm, according to people familiar with internal conversations who spoke on the condition of anonymity to describe sensitive matters. Just days after Twitter banned former President Trump in the wake of the Capitol insurrection, Musk wrote on Twitter, quote, "A lot of people are going to be super unhappy with West Coast high tech as the de facto arbiter of free speech. Some Twitter employees and experts fear Musk's involvement could also push the company further into chaos after years of investor activism and the sudden departure of former chief executive Jack Dorsey." Musk has a 9.2% stake in the social media company, which was disclosed in an SEC commission filing and sent shares up 27%. His stake is worth nearly $2.9 billion and now dwarfs that of Jack Dorsey, who owns 2.3% of Twitter. Dan Ives, the managing director at Wedbush Security, said Musk's passive stake could be just the beginning. Rather than starting a competing social media platform, it looks like Elon has his eyes laser set on Twitter. Ives estimates that Musk, the world's richest man, will eventually pursue an active stake and take a much more aggressive role. And of course, Musk tweeted just last month, quote, "Given that Twitter serves as the de facto public town square, failing to adhere to free speech principles fundamentally undermines democracy." So, good for Elon Musk. And this is great. I mean, it's scaring the living crap out of all the people who are wokeifying major institutions in American life. And this is the way you fight back. The way that you fight back against the left is you actually take advantage of the fact that you can buy stock in these companies. You actually use your market power. Musk has unbelievable market power, and so now he could open up Twitter. That is a great move by Elon Musk on behalf of the country. Forget about his stock portfolio. It's a fantastic move on behalf of the country, which requires a more open discourse. I'm happy to see the fact that when it comes to Disney, families are now announcing that they are canceling Disney trips, which they should. Now, when it comes to Disney openly saying that they are going to mainline a bunch of left-wing propaganda into children's programming, people should think twice about whether they wish to consume Disney product. And they should think twice about whether they maybe want to take a look at some of the Daily Wire programming or other programming, whether they wish to redirect their dollars. According to the Daily Wire's Mary Margaret Olahan, she reports on a bunch of different families who've been canceling. One resident of Orange County said, quote, "It saddens me to think that the magic that was part of my life and my wife's life will not be part of theirs." But he says the only way we can effectively voice our opinion to a company like Disney is to refuse to do business with them. For us, that means canceling Disney Plus, canceling Disney Movie Club, deleting Disney Insider membership, boycotting any and all creative works put forth by Disney. I'm not sorry for our decision. Can't even pity a company for making such a poor decision when they have enough clout to do whatever the hell they want, and this is the direction they've decided to move in. And again, I think there are tons and tons of parents who are moving in this direction. Lots of parents are taking a second thought and a second look at whether they wish to be the people who are sponsoring this sort of content. It is only the pushback that is going to change the math here. And the pushback needs to happen in every area, because as the woke win, society gets a hell of a lot worse. How's this for a title? Ben Shapiro Show subscriber destroys like button with clicks and logic. I'd watch that. Make it happen, gang.